Hey everyone, we're going to walk you through step by step how to set up an AI agent to your Basecamp account on a PC using Claude for this tutorial. Now, heads up, this is meant for non-technical people. So if coding and programming are things you've always been intimidated by, you're in the right spot. That being said, this is a very straightforward process. It's only going to take 10 minutes or so. After that, we're going to test it out and show you how it works. I've got AI enthusiast Rob Zolkos here. He's going to walk me through the entire setup process. How you doing, Rob?
Hey, Chad, doing well. Ready to get you set up?
All right, I'm excited to do that. And one last thing, if you're following along with this process and doing it step by step with us, there's a couple links in the description below you're going to want to grab as we go. So just have that popped up in a separate window. There's also a step-by-step guide listed there as well in a separate link if that's more your style. So just have one of those popped up as we go and you'll be set for this. Okay, Rob, let's do this.
All right, Chad. So for starters, we need an account with an AI agent. We're going to use Claude for this walkthrough. So you got to make sure you have a Claude account and you're logged in. You have those?
Check and check. I have a Claude account and I'm logged in.
Excellent. You want to go to the Claude desktop app website and download the desktop app for your operating system, which is Windows.
Great. And that's right here. And again, that link is timestamped in the description if you guys are looking for this site. Another heads up, AI agents, at least as of today when this video is posted with Basecamp, they only work within the desktop app of Claude. So if you pull up Claude on your phone and try to do it, not going to work. Do it on a web browser, it's not going to work. So that's why we're downloading this desktop app. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. All right, so we're just going to install this. And again, if you're already logged in on the browser, it should just log you right in. Okay, and it looks like it worked.
Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, you're installed. So at this point, we want to install the Basecamp CLI into Claude so that Claude can talk to Basecamp. So to do that, we're going to go over to the code tab, which is the third tab.
Right here.
Yep. Right
okay,
there.
Cool. Most of these, by the way, some of you that are going to open this, it might open in chat or cowork. I don't know why it's see it. So just make sure you go to this tab, hit code. All right. And then go ahead and tell me what prompt I need to type in here.
We're just going to tell it exactly what we needed to do, which is install the Basecamp CLI using the quick start instructions on basecamp.com/agents. Yep.
Okay, and it looks like we got a folder popped up here. What should we select here?
Yeah, I think so. What this is just saying in which folder do you want Claude to operate for this installation. So we'll just select desktop for now. It doesn't mean that it'll install it to the desktop, but it just means that it has somewhere to operate. It just needs a home that it can work within.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll just do that. And now the prompt should work. Trust this workspace. That's my own workspace, so yes. All right, here we go. And now it's going to do its thing.
So in the background, what it's doing is it's going to that website, it's reading the website, it's finding where the quick start instructions are, and then it's pulling down the installation of the Basecamp CLI.
And just to translate for the normies out there what a Basecamp CLI is, basically what Rob has taught me is this Basecamp CLI is what we have built here at 37 Signals that connects something like Claude to Basecamp. It's very secure. It's something that, like I said, we built here ourselves. We'll get into data, how it's protected, all that here in a minute, but that's what a Basecamp CLI is. It's just the thing that allows Claude to talk to Basecamp.
Absolutely. And you'll need to allow it to do the fetch from the website. So there's a little permissions.
Right here.
Yep, exactly.
And these happen, and by the way, everyone, these happen all the time. These allows, they're just so that you can kind of see what it's about to do and it's asking your permission to do it. But correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, most of the time, 99% of the time, hit allow, it's probably fine. But this just kind of is just checking in with you.
It's just for your peace of mind, so you know what it's doing on your computer, which is a good thing.
Okay, so
Clicking
I'll hit
allow.
enter there. Again, those come up all the time. We're going to get a couple more as this works through the process for us. So we've got a question here. It says run. This is the command it found on the site, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. It found the quick start instructions that we asked it to find, and it's just like saying, "Hey, am I allowed to run this?"
And it
So
says there's two different options. Which one would you recommend here that it
uh,
does?
So it's asking, do you want to download and show you the script? Which for some people they want to read through and make sure that they know what's going to happen, or it's asking you, do you want to run it directly and you trust the source? So this is Basecamp. It's a very secure script. So I would recommend you just type 2.
Okay, we'll say option 2 and enter. This is essentially, again, can we run this command? So we'll allow. Okay, so now it's asking me to authenticate my Basecamp account, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. So let's try that. Ask it to log into your Basecamp account.
That's another thing too, everyone. Make sure you probably already are. Just make sure you're logged into your Basecamp account to make this just a little quicker. If you're not, you're obviously going to have to, but make sure in your browser you already are. So we'll say, yes, please log into my Basecamp account. And as it's doing this, I just want to tell everyone, if you do hit any snags, it's going to be, sometimes it's a little different for everyone. You can work through it within your agent. Say, oh, okay, well, what do you recommend we do next? Just kind of talk with it and it'll usually figure it out. Okay, so it looks like it found my Basecamp account. Let's discuss what I'm about to say allow access to, Rob.
It's a mechanism that gives you trust and confidence that the application that you're installing is allowing you to use your Basecamp account. Doesn't mean it's going to grab everything out of your Basecamp account or post things to it without your knowledge. Everything is going to be driven through your AI agent that you control, but it's just a mechanism to give you that confidence and security.
Okay, great. And that's very important to reinforce to everyone, especially if you're new to using agents with Basecamp. Like Rob said, it's not going to go in there and look at all your data, take it, put it somewhere else. Basically, the way these agents work is the agent only does, like Rob said, the agent only does what you tell it to do. It's only going to do inputs. It's not going to do outputs, meaning it's not going to go in there, take things, put it elsewhere. It's only going to work on things that you ask it to do. So again, this is very secure. You guys got nothing to worry about. You can say, yes, I'll allow access. So I'm going to do that. Says logged in. Suggest running Basecamp setup Claude to integrate with Claude code. Want me to run that? I'm assuming say yeah. Okay. Okay. Now it's going to say which Basecamp account should I set up. Some of you guys might only have one Basecamp account and you're not really going to get this message. But if you have multiple Basecamp accounts, what this is doing is saying which one do you want to be your default account. Is that correct, Rob?
Absolutely, that's right. So for most, you'll just have the one. You've got 4. So you just have to select which one you want to use as your default right now.
And you can switch. This doesn't mean you can only do it for this one. So you can always hop into Claude and be like, let's switch over to this account. So for now, I'm
So
going to
you're not
pick
locked in.
exactly. You're not locked in. So I'm going to, and you can always switch the default too, just in your agent. If you're like, actually, I want the other one to be default, just be like, can we switch my default account? And it will walk you through that. So I'm going to pick our demo account. Okay, here we go. It sounds like we're good to go. We can use Basecamp commands. And integration is done. So should we do some test prompts?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just ask it what can I do in Basecamp and see if they can help you with that.
And just so you guys know too, when you go to this code tab that's up here, it still kind of acts like the chat tab in a lot of ways, where you can just have conversations with it. Doesn't mean, oh, we're only doing code stuff. As you've clearly seen, it's spitting out stuff in plain English. So really nothing to be intimidated by when you go to the code tab. Okay, so it gives us a whole list of stuff we can do.
Okay. Cool. Well, what do you think? You think we should just create create a demo project that we can
Yeah, let's flex
see
the
what it.
power of this. And I just want to let everyone know exactly, again, just to reiterate, anything you can do in Basecamp on your own manually, you can have Claude now do. You want to create a project, you want to create a to-do list, you want to make a message, it'll do all that, but it kind of 10x's it as you're about to see with this test project we're going to create. So I'm going to have Rob walk me through a great prompt to get us going on how to use this.
Let's try that. Let's do a natural language prompt, something like let's create a new project called Basecamp Agent Use.
We'll go Basecamp Agent Use. Okay.
Let's ask it to create a message in the message board. That explains the best practices to use an agent with Basecamp. Then create 15 to-dos of great prompts that put agents to good use in Basecamp.
All right.
Assign them to me.
Oh, still going. Assign. We're doing a
Yeah,
big one.
we're doing a big one, right? Assign them to me and schedule them across the next 2 days. And before you press enter, I just want to let everyone know we've actually, in this one prompt, we've just used natural language. We're just talking to it like we would, another person, and we're giving it multiple things to do, which we can absolutely do that with the AI agent. So you don't have to sit there and prompt it, prompt by prompt by prompt. You can give it a big paragraph of stuff you want it to do and let it run. So let's try that.
I'll hit enter, and just to piggyback off that, it is really important to be as detailed as possible with these prompts. Treat it like an intern, not like some magic box that just understands what you're doing. You still do have to be clear with exactly your intentions for whatever project or task you're sending the agent to do. And the more you guys experience with this, the more comfortable you're going to get, the better you're going to get at like, oh, I kind of see where I went wrong here or where it got confused. This is a really good, simple one to start with because we're going to create multiple different things in one prompt. And in a minute here when it's done, we'll go to Basecamp. We'll show you exactly how it went down. And as you can see, again, when we hit allow, I'm going to just open this up. It kind of tells you, it shows you what it's already done. Posting, just created the project. Now it's working on something else. It looks like it's posting the message, checking the to-do creation. So it'll give us an update here in a minute. Allow this.
You're always kept in the loop as to what it's doing. It's never doing anything behind your back that you can't sort of dig into and see. So the transparency there is there.
And just so you guys know, this, again, keeping the allow setting, you can turn the setting off where you keep having to say allow, but we don't recommend doing that until you've really like gotten your sea legs with all this. We call it YOLO mode here. You just want to like get comfortable with exactly what's happening. Again, like Rob said, just follow along. Okay, so it looks like here's what it'll do at the end of a prompt. It'll kind of just give you a breakdown of everything it did. And it even has a link to go straight to the project. So let's click that and see exactly what happened. So here's the project it created. Let's start in order with what we told it to do. We told it to create a message in the message board. Let's open that up. And it basically gives us some best practices for using AI agents in Basecamp. I recommend all you guys just do that same prompt and actually read through a lot of this because it's very helpful info. Let's go to our to-dos. There they all are. We have a bunch of prompts scheduled for Friday and Saturday like we asked it. And then if you go to the schedule, here they all are listed out. So pretty powerful stuff. Would definitely save time from doing that yourself. What do you think we should do next, Rob?
Well, let's grab one of the to-dos and get the agent to help you do it.
Okay. Any here
Uh,
you like?
I like the prioritized daily plan. That's something that we often need help with.
All right, let's put it in here. Let this AI do its thing. All right, and it looks like it just decided to post this on the message board,
Okay.
even though we didn't say so. So again, this is why it's good to test things. Sometimes you want to be a little more specific. Oh, can you do that in docs and files or message board or as a draft? Sometimes that's usually what I do is post it as a draft just so that you get your eyes on it before it goes live to anyone else. But here it is, as you can see, spit it out here. Let's look at it in our message board. Here's our second message for our prioritized daily plan for agent prompt to-dos. It tells us in the morning, maybe do this stuff. Midday, do this stuff. Afternoon, do this stuff. I'm gonna can I add something else on here, Rob? Actually, we're gonna do another prompt to piggyback off this. This is really fun too. You could say, now edit this message and include hyperlinks to all to-dos. Because then include, there we go. Then it'll make it even easier to deduce what we have to do because it'll give us some links. Okay, so now it did it. So we'll just reload this page. Oh, look at that. Magically did it
Very cool.
immediately. Click one, it goes right to do. So really cool stuff. Anything else you want to add about what we're doing here, Rob?
I think we've covered it off, and I think the point that you mentioned earlier was key. Is just to play with it, try it, try different prompts. Um, anything that you do manually in Basecamp, you can ask your agent to do, and it will go ahead and do it. So it's also really good at fetching historical data. So you want to say, okay, you're at the beginning of the month, you want to know, give me a summary of what happened last month. Just ask it, and it will go through all the projects, all the to-dos, all the communications, put into a nice summary for you. So really great for that sort of batch reporting. But yeah, the key message I think is just play with it. Ask it to do all sorts of stuff, and it'll happily do it.
Love that. Well, hopefully you guys were able to set everything up and you didn't hit any snags. Again, if you did, work with your agent to do so, and I'm sure you can get there pretty quickly. Go ahead, have some fun, make a testing project just like kind of we did, and see what kind of stuff you can drum up. If you have any really exciting results or use cases that you're like, wow, this is so cool, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, though, Rob, thank you so much for walking me through this.
No worries. Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, and we'll see everyone later.